Real Agriculture's coverage of Agritechnica 2019 is brought to you by Brevant. Seed, yield, easy. Sean Haney here with Real Agriculture. We're in Hanover, Germany for Agritechnica 2019, brought to you by Brevant. And right now we are joined by Andy Feicht with Precision Planting. Andy, how's it going?
Doing well. How are you?
Good. You enjoying the show?
I am, yeah. It's great to be here and see a lot of different products that we don't always see in the U.S.
Yeah. Well, congratulations on your silver medal in the innovation area. So tell us about this product.
Yeah, so this product is called SmartDepth. It's a prototype right now. We're still testing it. And essentially what it does is it gives us electronic control of the depth adjustment that you can do from the cab through our 2020 monitoring system. And one of the things that we're testing and trying to determine the agronomic value of is whether or not it makes sense to adjust depth based on moisture readings that we're taking with our SmartFirmer product, which is another product that we've been selling it from Precision Planting for the last 3 years.
So tell us a little bit, let's dive a little bit deeper there on your depth control system.
Sure.
So based on the moisture that the SmartFirmer's reading, then we will adjust how deep we're going to put the seed, basically essentially to put the seed into moisture.
That's correct. So in drier conditions, generally the moisture is lower down in the soil. So as you're going through the planter pass, the SmartFirmer rides in the furrow, and it can measure the moisture that's actually in the soil. When it sees that there's not enough moisture, we can make adjustments to the depth automatically and lower the depth so that we're able to get down into the moisture.
And there's that much variability throughout the field to warrant that change basically on the go?
Potentially, yes, and that's what we're trying to determine through our testing. Testing this spring in the United States, we were on probably 20 planters testing out the SmartDepth product, and as those of you from the U.S. would probably know, we found out it was really wet everywhere. So determining the variability this year, there really wasn't much variability. So that's one of the reasons that we're still in testing with it, is really to determine the agronomic value and how much variability there is.
Okay, so obviously we're looking for a consistent stand in our corn. Mm-hmm. So if we're planting at multiple different depths based on where the moisture is, how does that impact our stand later on?
Mm-hmm. So one of the things, another aspect of what we're testing is how much depth actually affects germination unrelated to moisture. You know, what we're learning and what we're trying to determine for sure is that changing depth is less important when moisture is consistent. So going from 1.5 inches deep at what we would call 30% moisture versus planting at 2 inches deep at 30% moisture still gives you consistent germination and emergence. And that's ultimately the theory behind SmartDepth, is that we will still be able to have even emergence when at different depths based on a consistent moisture value.
So obviously you're testing this in corn. I'm sure you are in beans.
Yes.
What about smaller crops like canola? Because there's another example where planters are becoming more and more important.
Absolutely, and at this point we're really focused on corn just to really develop the product. But it may be something that as we get into different crops, we may come up with different recommendations for whether to run it in automatic or whether to just use it as a manual convenience to change from the cab. So.
Well, Andy, congratulations on the silver medal, and good luck with the rest of the show.
All right, thanks. Appreciate it.